And Franklin says if you've got a Corvette or any kind of fiberglass work you need done, he's the fiberglass specialist for this area. So go by and see Franklin. Tell him I sent you by. Remember, he's got 24-hour record service, so he'll come get your vehicle. Tell him I sent you by. Hey, everybody, let me tell you about a place in town that has all of your home improvement needs in one place. Triplet Paint and Decorating right on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston. They have DeVoe paint, Benjamin Moore paint, and Coronado paint. These paints go on easy and they're great and they look great when you get done with it. They have all the stuff to put it on with, the rollers, the paint brushes, everything. Hardwood floor, they got Robbins hardwood floors in there. Carpets, they have Shaw and Mohawk. Best carpets made. Laminate flooring, rugs, a little bit of everything. Remember the DeVoe and the Benjamin Moore and the Coronado paint, these are paints used by professionals. You can go in Triplet Paint and Decorating right here in Anniston, Alabama. Get anything you need for your home improvement. Go by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Are you having a hard time finding that special gift for that special person? The friendly sales staff at Stinson Howard Jewelers can help you choosing that right gift for the right person. They have diamond pendants, past, present, and future rings, circle jewelry, citizen watches, and diamonds from 1/4 carat all the way up to 5 carat. They also do watch and jewelry repair in each location. Stop by today in downtown Oxford, downtown Heflin, or downtown Piedmont. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. They got gifts from $50 to $50,000. Economy Septic Tank, anywhere in Etowah County, Calhoun County. Tony Woodard said just about anywhere. Him and his staff, his sons work with him. I tell you what, they do a super job. Septic tanks, digging field lines, anything you can imagine to deal with septic tank, Tony Woodard and his staff can do it. So give him a call today, no matter where you're at. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Charter West Mortgage, Highway 231, Pell City, Alabama, or your mortgage specialist in the surrounding area. Lynn Miller and his staff are loan professionals in VA, FHA, and first-time mortgages. They also do second mortgages on your current home loan. They also assist families who have some credit problems, working with them over a few months period of time, trying to help them rebuild their credit so a home can be purchased. So when you find that home of your dreams, call Lynn Miller and his staff today, and they will help you make your dreams come true. Tell him I told you to call. 205-338-5555. Piggly Wiggly, it's a grocery store that you've heard of for years. You know, I've heard of it ever since I was a child. You know, everybody knows Piggly Wiggly. They got stores in Odenville, they got them in Center, Cedar Bluff, and in Collinsville. Hey, the one up in Odenville has a cruise in the first Saturday night of every month to March till October. But visit any of these stores, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by there, and remember, we'll see you at the Pig. Oxford Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Highway 78, McCullough's Drive in Oxford, is your musical instrument headquarters for this area. They also have a large selection of handguns and long rifles. They pay top dollar on anything of value at Oxford Jewelry and Pawn. They have a large selection of mechanical tools and power tools. They now have same-day jewelry repair on location with the latest addition to their staff, Robert Henson, who is a certified master jeweler. Come by today and let Robert clean or repair your special jewelry. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Next vehicle, Jimmy had a whole 1931 Ford, and Jimmy said this is his rat rod right now, but this is in progress, and later on in this year, towards the end of the year, about the middle of the summer, towards the beginning of the fall, we're going to get Jimmy back. I'm going to let you look at this car again because you're going to paint it, what was it, Hawaiian?
Hawaiian Orchid, it's kind of a purple.
Hawaiian Orchid. So you're going to see this car again towards the end of the year, and it's going to show you what Jimmy's going to do to it. Tell me a little bit about the car, Jimmy.
Well, I got it about a year ago and up in Michigan, went up and got it, and it was kind of partially assembled and been sitting in a shop 3 or 4 years. I brought it down and just started working on it, and it's got a TCI frame and 4-wheel disc brakes and all that kind of stuff.
So you can stop it, huh?
Yeah, it's got Mustang 2 front end and drop spindles and all that, so it's got it pretty low.
All right, the motor and all you went with Chevrolet, I'm sure.
That's a 283.
283?
Old model, yeah.
Now, where'd you find the old 283 at?
It was in it when I got it.
Oh, the 283 was already in it.
And it's got a 400 transmission, got a Lincoln rear end.
A lot of people, you don't find a lot of people working on 283s anymore.
No,
it's
they're
hard to
pretty
find a
scarce.
283. You can't find
no,
one.
you can't find parts for them much, but I like them probably better than any of the Chevrolet engines.
Is it got it stroke better?
They got a shorter stroke, and they seem to, wind up, pick up a little better.
Yeah, must have got mad. He went plumb out the building. He kept right on going, didn't he? He slowed down. Okay, so you're going to paint this Hawaiian
Hawaiian orchid. It's really purple looking. It's kind of a metallic purple.
How much longer you think you're gonna be working on it? Because all the body work's done. All you gotta do is put a little paint on it, you ready to go.
Gotta have the inside done, and I got some more things I'm gonna do to the engine and all this. Not to make it run, it's just extra things.
Hey, yeah.
Put a different intake on it and a different ignition system.
Has it got air on it already? You got
Don't have air, I'm gonna put that in.
I started to say, I
I've
know
got
you're
it
gonna
on.
put air.
I just haven't put it on.
Oh, you've got it all, you just hadn't assembled it yet.
Hadn't put it on yet.
Is it better to get everything the way you want it before you paint it, or go ahead and get that out of the way?
I'd rather have everything done, and painting would be the last thing,
That way you ain't gonna scratch it while you're in there trying to put air conditioning in.
yeah.
Now, does the hood stay open like this, or do you have the covers
I
forward?
got the sides for it, but, I'm gonna probably put a 32 grill in it, and, I gotta readjust all that so it's left in off.
So if you put the 32 grill, you're gonna leave the sides on
I'll
or
probably
off?
put the sides on
Put
it.
the sides back on it. And the steering wheel and everything you've done in there, you're gonna leave it like
Got
it
a
is.
tilt steering wheel in it, and all that stuff. I'm gonna
Now-
leave most of it the
Now,
same.
you do most of the work to yours, or
I do all
you
of
and
it.
Gary, or
I do most of it, of course. He helps out, so I help him some.
you help him and he helps
Yeah.
you? Well, yeah, well, he ain't gotta paint his no more. He said his is done. His is finished.
He's taking the lazy way out.
Okay, then the wheels and all, was they on it when you got it?
They were on it. The tires, I put those on it, and I put all this on the back. It's not finished, but that bumper and all that, and then the tail lights, and
Now, them taillights, is that the teardrop?
that's a Pontiac, like a 50 model Pontiac.
And, because the wheels and all is like this, like the spokes, but it ain't the spokes.
Yeah,
It kinda gives it the old look.
I kinda like them on there.
How's it drive out on the road when you're out?
It drives pretty good.
Because I know a lot of people come up to me all the time, they say, "Barry, these little street rods and bucket trucks and stuff you have on the show, don't them things beat you to death on the road?"
It rides good. It has a lot of road noise because they're square and the wind blowing against them, That's the worst problem with them.
But you cut most of that road noise out, can't you?
Get a lot of it out. You still got that straight windshield, Like a windy day like today, it blows them around. a
So
little.
it blows the straight windshield around. Well, most, that's why they went to the tilts on the new
Yeah.
cars and all.
Slope the tops and all on them,
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a good-looking vehicle. Appreciate you being
Thank
on the
you.
show.
Well,
Remember,
thank
ladies and gentlemen, you'll see him again towards the end of the year when he gets it finished. He's gonna let me know, and you'll see this car again before this year's out. We'll be right back. Cheatwood Hardwood, right here in Heflin, Alabama. Alvin and Peggy Cheatwood owners. They got over 30 years experience in hardwood flooring. They've been in business over 10 years. They're the best around. They got the Bono dust containment system. Ladies, what this means, they can come in and redo your hardwood floors, make them look brand new, no matter how old they are, dust free. I mean, you can shake your curtains and you won't find dust on it. You wouldn't even know there's there hardly unless you open the door for them when they got there. I'll tell you what, they're great. They do great work. They got a showroom up there that's got all types of flooring, wood flooring, anything you need done. Call them today, Alvin or Peggy. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Ray City Diner and McKeag Motel, Highway 77, exit 168 off I-20 in Lincoln, Alabama. Ray City Diner is open 24 hours a day. They have lunch specials each and every day during the week. Meat, vegetables, you cannot beat their prices and their food right there at Ray City Diner. You people that like breakfast, you can order breakfast 24 hours a day, and they'll cook it at Ray City Diner. Right across the street, McKeag Motel. Great rooms at great rates right on the side of the interstate. Call Wanda or Roy McKeag today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. This day and time, our pets, well, they just like members of our family. So why not give them one-on-one personal service, personal care from the friendly staff at Greenbrier Animal Clinic on Greenbrier Road here in Anniston. This time of the year, the fleas and the ticks, they're still here. The parasites and the heartworms disease, this is a year-round problem, and they have all the medication to treat this problem for your pets. They have grooming and boarding right here in the clinic. So give them a call today at 237-9585, and make sure you tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call.
Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz. Let me tell you about a place called Tire Pro. Tire Pro has 4 locations in the Birmingham area, plus they distribute tires throughout the Southeast. Tire Pro has any kind of wheels, any kind of tires that you can imagine to put on your vehicle. They've got it. If you want to go up from the 16s to the 22s, Tire Pro can do it. Also remember, Tire Pro is installing peace of mind. Don't ever forget that. When they put tires on, they want you safe on the roadway, and they'll do anything to make that vehicle safe. Hey, go by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by and said they install peace of mind.
that time of year again, February 10th, 11th, and 12th. BJCC Birmingham, Alabama. The World of Wheels is back in Birmingham. Sonny McLean's got a great show lined up this year. A lot of activities, a lot of cars. Big Boyz Toyz will also be filming inside the BJCC Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You don't want to miss it. We're going to pick cars from inside the BJCC, film several episodes of Big Boyz Toyz. So call today, get online today, register. We'll see you at the World of Wheels 2006 in Birmingham, Alabama.
So you want the best deal on a pre-owned automobile? Ron Newton does it again. Announcing the car, truck, and SUV summer sell-off. Record Sales has brought in a huge selection of late model trade-ins inspected by Ron Newton himself before they're ever put on the lot. Make an offer on the best selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ron Newton's summer sell-off is only for a limited time at Ron Newton Used Cars, top of the hill, Quintard, Anniston.
Next vehicle, 69 Camaro, Gene Hubbard. Gene, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. Before we get to talking about this thing, I heard some lady named Kathy's fixing to buy it.
Kathy wants one like it, and her sorry husband won't buy her one.
And Kathy's here, right?
Yeah,
Her husband's here. He's going to be on next week's show, so he's here.
yeah. If my wife said she wanted a '69 Camaro convertible, the next day she'd have one, but
We're doing a TV show. Take your message for Dennis. Okay.
she's been asking for one for a year. At least I know, and he won't buy her one.
Well, he can buy this and the price is right?
No, it's not for sale. I've already sold
Do y'all
it
believe
once.
Gene Hubbard said it ain't for sale?
Well, I sold it
Because he sold it one time and then got it back.
It's not for sale this time.
Not for sale this time. Tell me about your Camaro.
Well, there's not a whole lot to say. It's a '69 Camaro SS convertible, 350. It had a turbo 350 transmission in it, but it was geared too low, so I put a 700 R4 in it. It's got a little bit of a cam in it. And that's about it. Right now, it's just pretty much a driver, a nice driver, but I'm going to drive it a while and then finally restore it.
Now, what have you got to do to restore it? Because I don't see much you'll be able to do to it. Because it looks in real good shape right now.
Well,
Vernon 50, Vernon 50.
Vernon's sure getting a lot of phone calls, ain't he?
well, I really don't want to do anything to it until I do everything. Take it completely apart and just build it from the ground up. And then it'll be a show car and I won't drive it.
For you people that's watching the show, we're not outside in the field, and that's not the man or lady upstairs. We're at Ron Newton's, and they calling them salesmen to sell him cars. Okay, you put the 700, you keep the 350 to come out of it?
Yeah, I've still got it. Mhm.
That way it would be original if you
Yeah.
ever...
Well, it's not a numbers matching car now. It's not the original 350 engine anyway, so transmission didn't make much difference either.
So it's just really a driver. Something looks good, you can drive it.
Yeah, it's just a driver.
And the last few times I've seen it on the road, I've seen you driving this besides that new vet.
Well, I drive one day and another one the next.
I must see you on the odd days, because I see you. I was beside him, and when he gets in this Camaro, ladies and gentlemen, Gene's a good old guy, but when he gets in his Camaro, his nose is up there now, because I was sitting right beside him at Hardee's at a stoplight. And he's sitting there, and he's talking on his Nextel, and he's sitting there, and I'm blowing the horn, and he ain't looked that way yet. And I go up beside him, up on Quintard, and I stay with him a little bit, and finally I tried to pull up in front of him. That didn't work either. So Gene was talking to somebody. You must have been building a house, because he wasn't paying me no...
selling a house, I'm sure.
He wasn't paying me no attention, and I was right beside him, and I got signs all over that truck. And Jerry, I got chocolate chess pie in the back of the truck now. They got a picnic up there in the back of my truck, y'all. If y'all hungry, ease up that way. Look at all them mechanics running. They ain't feeding you, Terry. You stay down. They ain't got enough pie, son. Stay down here. Okay, so when you restore it, you're going to take it completely apart and...
Yeah, I'll take it completely apart and rebuild everything, and I'll put a custom interior in it and a different drivetrain and different suspension, so it'll drive more like a new car.
And he's got the shop to do it in. The last time I was at his house, he's got a shop big as my house out there. So you got a place to take it apart.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you said you sold it and you got it back, and now it's not for sale. How long did it stay gone?
About 2 years. The guy I sold it to him with the understanding that if he ever sold it, he had to sell it back to me at the same price. And somebody offered him about a $5,000 profit, and he wanted to sell it to them, and he wouldn't sell it back to me because he wanted to make that $5,000 profit. But he finally gave in and sold it back to me.
He must have been a buddy. So he turned down the $5,000. Well, a deal's a deal.
Yeah. a
Did he
man's
drive it
word.
for the 2 years, or?
He drove it some. He didn't drive it a whole lot.
I don't think, I mean, I know you want to take it apart and put it back together, but as a driver, it looks real good right now. And you can't find them around anywhere.
No, it actually gets a lot of attention, but on real close inspection, it is just a driver.
Okay, it's got the 8-inch rallies. So everything is, except the motor and all, is about like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, everything is stock except the engine and transmission, and it's the right engine. It's just not the numbers matching engine that came with it. And but I've got a 700 R4 transmission. The rear end's geared so low that I had to do that because it was just aggravating driving it at cruising speeds. It was just geared too low.
Was it sold somewhere around here, or?
Well,
I mean, the first time you got it when you first
Well, I
bought
bought it from someone here that had bought it from someone else here. Passed hands here several times.
Because the SS's, like I said, SS's are hard to find.
Yeah.
And the Z's are hard to find. Around town, you don't see many of them riding them down the road either.
No.
Especially like this, because if you look at this and you think it's your first impression pace car, because, that's what they look like. If that's your first impression of it, it's one of the pace cars. Tell you what, it's a good-looking Camaro. Appreciate you being on it, Joe. When's the new vet coming? Ain't you got a new one coming?
Well, I don't think I'll be able to get it this year. I'm too far down the waiting list. Looks like it'll be 07 before I can get another new one.
That new one's gonna be awesome.
Well, the Z06 is in such high demand that I couldn't get one for 2006. It'll have to be next year. But I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. He told me, I don't know, a couple of months ago, he's on a mission. He's gonna get it. We'll be right back.
Now Cheehaw Harley-Davidson, right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road.
They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith or George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Char Harley-Davidson today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. St. Clair Auto Parts, they're your Napa dealer for this area. They're on 78 right there in Pell City. Open on Sundays from 12 to 5 with delivery within a 10-mile radius. Tractors, lawnmowers, boats, cars, doesn't make any difference. They got the parts right there. They make hydraulic hoses right there in the store. Any kind of tools you want, they've got. If they don't have your part, they can get it overnight from Birmingham, Atlanta, or Knoxville. So go by there on Sunday and get a part. Mention Big Boyz Toys, get a special discount. Remember, 170 years combined sales experience in that place. Tell them I sent you by. If you want to go out for the eating or fine dining, you can find it right here in downtown Anniston at Classic Old Noble. The atmosphere is set for a quiet dinner for 2 or a party for 20. They have a lounging area upstairs so you can have a drink with a friend or a business associate. They also have a seating available upstairs in a nice quiet atmosphere. Classic Old Noble also caters for special events and parties for any amount of people from 2 to 20 to 200. Stop by Classic Old Noble today and tell them Barry Miller sent you by.
Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. First of all, I want to thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys, because it's you people watching the show and the sponsors that makes Big Boyz Toys. You see the sponsors on this backboard? These sponsors are what bring Big Boyz Toys to you each and every week. I mean, if you need anything, carpet, car, painted, whatever, any sponsor on this backboard that you need, give them a call today. Tell them you watch Big Boyz Toys, you appreciate them sponsoring the show, and you want to use their services. Also, we're getting our calendar ready for 2006. If you're watching this show, I don't care if you're in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Decatur, Coleman, wherever you're at, you've got a car show coming up in 2006, you'd like for us to come in and film at your car show and try to help bring more cars in there, give me a call today, 256-283-4404. And if I don't have something booked that day, guarantee you we'll try our best to come to your car show. So give me a call today. Thanks for watching. Bates Food Mart right here on Quintard Avenue, right beside China Luck before you go into Anniston. BP dealer for this area. Stop by and see Victor or Danielle Bates today for all of your convenience store needs. They have cigarette specials each and every week. Coke specials, whether it be the 12-pack or the liter, they're always on special at Bates Food Mart. Hey, also you notice he's got just about anything you need in that store. Snacks, cold beer, wines, all kinds of wines, specialty wines. Stop by today, see him, tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by.
Ron's Automotive and Custom Rods right here in Leeds, Alabama. Tell you what, any kind of vehicle you've got that you want restored, he builds custom rods, but if you've got the regular 66 Chevelle, Mustang, whatever, Ron and his staff can bring it back up from, and if it's rusty, whatever, they build it back up and make you a show car. You'll be proud to go anywhere. They also have an automotive section. Shane, his son, runs the automotive section. So you people that's got just tune-ups you need done, brake jobs done, whatever, go by today, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by.
Quality Cuts, Family Hair Care Centers, 211 South Quintard, right across from Superior Jeep, Anniston, Alabama. They do haircuts, chemical services. Chemical services mean they can do the highlights, they can do the perms, they can do the coloring. They do anything there. They also have waxing, skin care, facials. They do that also. Hey, guess what? 2 massage therapists on staff. These are licensed massage therapists right there, so you can get a massage, and these people know what they're doing. Stop by and see Rita or one of her staff. Tell her Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. If you dream of getting away for the weekend with your family from the hustle and bustle, Turner's Outdoor Center right here in Stemley Bridge Road in Pell City, Alabama has the answer for you. They have a 36-foot SRV starting at just $350 per month. You want something a little smaller? 24-footer starting at $160 per month. This is with no down payment and a super interest rate starting at 7.25%. Great part is no payment for 90 days. They service all of the units right there on their location. Hey, new location opening soon, Emory Crossroads and I-20. So give Billy Turner or one of his sales staff a call today. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. '2006 GTO Pontiac. Russ Newton, we're else welcome to Big Boyz Toyz.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank you and your dad and all the staff and employees at Ron Newton for letting us film up here. Y'all been a great sponsor of Big Boyz Toyz, and we love coming up here filming because people like looking at new cars.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all very much. We've had a really good time with y'all.
All right, tell me a little bit about the GTO, Russ.
Okay, this right here is an 06 GTO. For this year, they got the hood scoops. It's got the 18-inch wheels. Has the LS2 V8, about 400 horsepower. It's a quick joker.
Quick.
Yeah.
Short and quick to the point. Okay, and this is was just black?
Yes, it's just black. It's got the 6-speed manual transmission in it. Runs a quarter mile in about 13.3. It's got some new tail lights for the 06 model. The interior on this car is actually one of the best GM has came out with in a long time. It's a very nice interior on it.
Now, you and Ron and all of you here are, since the GTOs come back out, how are they doing public-wise? I heard a lot of people talk about the new GTOs and that they're great cars and all. How's the public taking the new GTOs?
Everybody seems to really love them. They bring a lot of people in the store. A lot of people come by to look at them. When they first came out, they didn't have the hood scoops and some different knick-knack things like that, and a lot of people kind of voiced their opinion on it, and they came out with this one. It's got the hood scoops, the dual exhaust in the back, and a lot of people just absolutely love it.
And y'all also got a new one out. What's the other Pontiac that's supposed to be quick?
Pontiac Solstice is what we have out, and it's a small roadster. Starts out in $19,995. They're in super high demand right now. Not many people can get one, so.
And y'all got one of them coming in. Ron thought he might get it before I come up, but it didn't come in. Now, how many of these y'all have now? They get a commercial every show. We're gonna give them a commercial while we're talking, so they can come top of the hill of Quintard and get one today, right?
You're right.
This one's for sale.
This one's for sale right here, and I think this is the only one that we have right now. But if you want one, if somebody for some reason comes and buys this one today, which we're hoping they will, we can get one for you really, really easy. So just
Now, with the new ones with the LT2 engine, okay, over 400 horsepower. Now, you don't let this little Johnny off the street come up and test drive this thing, right?
No, well, I mean, you can. You got to be careful when you drive it because you don't want to wreck it before you buy it because then you might be buying it. So.
Now, how many horsepower exactly does it have?
400 horsepower.
400 horsepower. So
Yeah, just anybody ain't gonna come driving up the road.
You're right.
You're gonna have a salesman with you.
Yes,
And
sir.
You're probably
Yes,
sitting
sir.
that big. Where'd that big rascal go standing out here a while ago? He'll probably got your brother.
Yeah, oh, yes,
let
sir.
him ride with him. It won't run as fast that way.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. When these come on the lot, they're not here long, are they?
They sure aren't. We hadn't had this one too long, and hopefully we'll sell it pretty soon. Maybe today if anybody wants to come by and buy it.
You sure you'll let one of these Chevelle people take it home?
I
will you?
sure will. I sure will.
Tell you what, appreciate you being on the
Thank
show.
you very
Again, I
much.
want to thank you and your dad for being a great sponsor of Big Boyz Toys. I got to tell them, Marty, they must have hired somebody during this hour. I ain't heard that name all hour. But y'all been a great sponsor over 3 years now, and we love coming up here filming because you always meet nice people and you give us hospitality galore. You want to buy a car, like the commercial said earlier in this show, and they'll probably say when we get done talking, Ron Newton, top of the hill, Quintar. If you go anywhere else, like the old saying goes, you made a wrong turn.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys this week. Like I say each and every week before we go off, you see the sponsors on this backboard. If it wasn't for the sponsors on this backboard, if it wasn't for the car owners, you wouldn't watch Big Boyz Toys every week. You get tired of looking at me. Patronize these sponsors. If anybody on this backboard, you need some of their products, go by there. Thank them for watching Big Boyz Toys. Patronize their business because, you know, we're in our 4th year. You don't stay out there 4 years unless you get people watching it, you get people with cars, and you get people like these great people on the backboard. So patronize their business. Tell everybody goodbye.
Thank you all very
We'll
much.
see you next time on Big Boyz Toys. Woo, yay! Y'all clap. You done good.